my name is Samantha. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be finding out, was it worth it for me to spend almost $300 for a single day show? Let's get into it. So if you haven't already watched any of the videos in the Harry Potter series, I'll have those linked down below. Last Saturday, I did a Harry Potter inspired show. So I purchased Harry Potter, Halloween, cat, those kinds of fabrics. I spent about $300. I ordered from 2 Etsy shops. I went to Joann's and I went to Walmart. So I have a breakdown by type of product. I have a breakdown by fabric, by each location. So I have a bunch of numbers for you guys. If you're not a numbers person, this video is not for you. So go ahead and click off, no hard feelings. But don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. So if you're into numbers, then let's get into the numbers. Overall, the most successful shop that I bought from was Walmart. 92% of the products that I made sold. That's the quantity, right? So if I added up the jar openers, the tissue pouches, the key fobs, and the wine bags, the amount that I made, and then how many actually sold. 92% sell rate. The highest grossing, so the highest sell price, was the items bought from the Texas Etsy shop. It was $232 worth of product. Overall, for the whole day, I sold 166 items. 94 of those items were Harry Potter themed or from this Harry Potter haul. So that's 57% of the items. I am very happy that I took both Harry Potter and non-Harry Potter fabrics because it does show that not only the Harry Potter fabrics were purchased. The way that I had my booth set up was my front table was all of the Harry Potter inspired products, and then on the side was the same products but regular patterns. The only products that I took with me were jar openers, tissue pouches, key fobs, and wine bags. I did not take reusable towels, I did not take soap towel pouches, and I did not take coasters. So those were the only 4 products that I had with me. And I really liked how the wine bags, how I had them like hung up all along the booth. That was really fun. And being at a winery, obviously those sold really well compared to any other event. Throughout the whole year, I think I've sold like maybe 2 or 3 wine bags. This weekend, I sold 18. So that was pretty crazy. Okay, so let's go shop by shop and talk about each pattern and how many of each item were made and how many were sold. So the first shop is Walmart. I bought 2 fat quarters. One was what I call icons. So it's this blue fabric. If I'm not close enough, I'll show it up on the screen here. Actually, let me bring you closer. One second. Now that we're up close and personal, let's try that again. So the 2 patterns from Walmart were this icons pattern and then this faces pattern. And I'm having to show you a scrap of this faces pattern because every single item that I made sold. So these were fat quarters, so they are not very big. I believe fat quarters are 18 by 21 inches. That's very tiny. It's hard to make something from it. I was able to get 2 jar openers. So jar openers are 2 pieces of fabric and then a piece of shelf liner. So I was able to get 2 jar openers, 3 tissue pouches, 1 key fob. Key fobs look like this. Out of each of them, I did not get a wine bag. So of the icons, this guy, I sold both of the jar openers. I sold 2 of the tissue pouches, and they did not sell until like way later on in the day. People did not like this pattern. I was surprised. Like, I think it's so cute and like mature. I really like it, so I'm surprised people didn't like it. And then the key fob. For the faces pattern, all of them sold. So that was 2 jar openers, 3 tissue pouches, and then 1 key fob. So in total, this pattern was $1.97, the piece of fabric, and it sold $30 worth of product. So 83% of its items sold. For this fabric, it was $1.97, and it sold $36 worth of items, and 100% of the items sold. So overall, Walmart was a 92% success rate of all of the products. In total, I spent $3.94. We're not counting like tax and shipping. We're just counting each of the fabrics for this whole video. So $3.94 for these 2 fabrics, and in total sold $66 worth of items for these 2 patterns. It was $24 in jar openers, $30 in tissue pouches, $12 in key fobs, and $0 in wine bags. So that's Walmart. Let's go on to Joann's. So Joann's, I bought 2 pieces of fabric. They were both half yards. I bought the Deathly Hallows pattern and that was $3.15. And then the lightning bolt and glasses pattern, again, a half yard, $3.67. So in total, $6.82 was spent and $92 was sold. So the hollows print had a 90% success rate and the glasses had a 50% success rate. In total, Joann's had a 70% success rate. So the jar openers, I was able to make 6 of each of the patterns. The tissue pouches, I was able to make 1 of each. The key fobs, I made 2 of each, and the wine bags, I made 1 of each. So the Deathly Hollows sold 5 out of 6 jar openers, both the tissue pouch, both of the key fobs, and 1 of the wine bags. So in total, that was $58, and that was from $3.15. And then the glasses sold one jar opener, 1 tissue pouch, 2 key fobs, and 1 wine bag. So that is $34, and that's a 50% success rate for the glasses. So in total, that was $92, and the jar openers were $36, the tissue pouches was $12, the key fobs was $12, and the wine bags was $20. Also, for all of these items, if you haven't already watched that other video, I went ahead and told you all about the labor that was put into this. So I spent like $250, $300 worth of fabric, but I put 40 hours of labor into these items. So that was about $800 worth of labor. This next pattern, I did not count. If you watch that video, I had this spare fabric left over because I had cut it up to be lining. I was able to sell, I made like 1 key fob, 1 wine bag, 1 tissue pouch, something like that. All of the tissue pouch, key fobs, and wine bags sold, but none of the jar openers sold. I don't really care because this is like a just generic witchy pattern, so I'll keep this and have it in my stash. All of the items that are like Harry Potter specific, I have a yard sale Friday and Saturday, so those will be available then. And then we're doing a live show on Saturday. I'll have the link down below if you want to go ahead and RSVP. Those are the 3 times that these Harry Potter stuff will be available. After Saturday, all of the Harry Potter stuff is being pulled and will go into my freebie bin. At my shows, I do a bin of just random items that I don't want to sell, or maybe I messed up on, or it's just not a product that I'd like to do, and I have it as my freebie bin. If you follow me on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube, then you can pick something out. I also use it as like if a kid's being nice, or if there's a birthday girl, like this past weekend that happened, I gave it to a kid, and this girl, she had like a sash and a crown, then it was her 17th birthday, and I let her pick something. She bought some other stuff. So it's nice to just have some items that like you're more free with, and it helps increase my subscriber count. And if you're someone who already subscribes and you haven't come to any of my shows and gotten a free item, please do. You don't have to do it in the moment. So that is what's going on with these items after this week. The next shop is from Etsy, and it's from the UK. So these fabrics traveled across the ocean to get here for us to have at the show. The first pattern is the cat's pattern. So this pattern had a 30% success rate. So this was the lowest success rate pattern, which is insane because at all of my shows, cats are the most popular thing. Maybe it's the kind of cat print, because I did sell a lot of cats in like my jar openers, like the regular patterns. So I don't know what it is. Again, something like this, I really don't care that it didn't sell at the Harry Potter show, because now I have it for all my shows later this year and they will definitely sell. So I am not concerned. I spent $7.26 on this pattern. I'm not sure how much this was. I think it was like a yard or something. Actually, give me 1 second. Okay, this cat print was 1 yard. So I was able to make 6 jar openers. Let me get that out. So I was able to make 6 jar openers. I was able to make 10 tissue pouches, 2 key fobs, and 2 wine bags. So of the items, 2 jar openers sold. The tissue pouches, 2 tissue pouches sold. The key fobs, 1 of them sold. And then of the wine bags, 1 of them sold. So in total, I spent $7.26 and $40 worth of product sold. Of the jar openers, it was $48. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Oh my God. So when I was saying those numbers earlier, okay, hold on. So the numbers earlier, when I was saying like how much of each one sold total, the like jar openers, the tissue pouches, that's for that shop. So in case I wasn't saying that right, it's for that shop. I'll show my math up on the screen, and if you can understand how my brain works, then that's the math. But anyways, these are the items that are left from that. So even though so many are left over, I still was able to make up for the cost of this shop. I mean, that is my cheapest fabric. The other fabrics were $12.29, and I sold $40 from the cats. The total haul from that shop was $44.13. So just from the cats that sold the worst, I was able to make back the majority of the total. And like I said, the cats, trust me, the next show, all of those will be gone. So I'm not concerned at all. Okay, the next pattern from the UK, we have the blue and the pink Seekers. So these are the same pattern, just two different colors. So we've got it in pink, and then we've got it in blue. I really thought that these would be more popular, but these were not very popular. The pink Seeker had a success rate of 45%, and the blue Seeker 50%. So not that great. They are both $12.29. They were both 1 yard. So I don't know, it was pretty interesting. The pink Seeker, I was able to get 6 jar openers. So 6 jar openers, and 3 of them sold, so that's half. And then of the tissue pouches, 6 were made, only 1 of them sold. And then of the key fobs, 6 of them were made, and 4 were sold. Also, something interesting about the key fobs, of the 7 that were left, only 1 of them, so the majority of them, what am I trying to say? 6 of them have this double stitching pattern. So the double stitching pattern was less popular than the not double stitching. So I thought that was interesting, because I thought people would want something that's like more enticing. So people just want a boring keychain with only 2 stitches. So I don't normally make the keychains because they don't sell that well, but I was just trying to like use the fabric efficiently. But anyways, wine bags, 1 of them sold. So in total, the pink Seeker was $12.29, and it sold $48 worth of product. So again, this will be one of the patterns that if it doesn't sell this weekend, it's going to the free bin, or I'll save it and keep it as gifts. The blue items, so of the jar openers, so 6 were made and only 2 sold. Of the tissue pouches, 6 were made and only 2 sold. And then of the key fobs, 6 were made and 4 sold. Both of the wine bags did sell in this pattern. And then the last pattern from this shop was the platform 9 3/4. Once again, I thought this was like a super cute pattern. You know, it's got the trunk 9 3/4. It's got a little message. I thought it was like really cute and like subtle, you know. So this was $12.29. This had a 42% success rate. The jar openers, I was able to make 6. Only 1 of them sold. The tissue pouches, 6 were made, only 1 sold. The key fobs, okay, I'm pretty sure I only made 5. I have 5 question mark. I think it was 5. If it's 6, then I'm wrong, but only 4 sold. If the math is 5, I'm not 100% certain on that one. And then the wine bags, 2 of them were made and 2 of them were sold. So in total, this product made $56 worth of sales, and it was $12.29. So in total, this shop was $44.13. The jar openers were $48 in sales. The tissue pouches were $36. The key fobs were $78, and the wine bags were $60. So what's interesting, in the last shop as well as this shop, either the jar openers or the wine bags made enough sales to cover the cost of all of the fabric. So it's, like I said, like being in a winery, the wine bags sold really well, and then jar openers are one of my most popular products, so those sold really well too. So that's not surprising at all that the tissue pouches and key fobs were less successful. The next shop, so that was, in total, that shop made $222 worth of sales. The last shop is Texas. So this is another Etsy shop that came from Texas. So my favorite pattern was this pattern right here with the little icons. But the first product in, if I could speak, the first pattern in question is the Hogwarts icon, which I personally don't really like this pattern, but this pattern was quite successful, had an 83% success rate. So I was able to make 6 jar openers, 5 of them sold, 2 tissue pouches, both sold, 3 key fobs, 2 of them sold, 1 wine bag, and that sold. So in total, this fabric was $14.75, and it was 1 yard, and it sold $64 worth of product. And then the next one is the icons, which are these guys. So this was $7.50 worth of fabric. This was a half yard. And so this made 6 jar openers, 2 of them sold, 6 tissue pouches, 6 of them sold, 5 key fobs, all 5 sold, 2 wine bags, and both of those sold. This pattern had a 78% success rate and sold $98 worth of product, and it cost $7.50. The next paid pattern is this Halloween pattern, which once again, I think is so cute. And if it doesn't sell this weekend, it's not the end of the world. It's not a Harry Potter particular print, so all good. So this one made 6 jar openers, 0 of them sold, 4 tissue pouches, all 4 sold, 2 key fobs, both of those sold, 2 wine bags, and 1 of them sold. So for $13.25, because this was 1 yard, it sold $46 worth of product, and it was 50% successful. In total, oh, sorry, one more fabric. I don't know if I have even any scraps left. I should have pulled this out, but she gave me like a free little chunk of this fabric that had all the houses on it. I don't even know. Oh yeah, I see one right here. Okay, so this fabric right here, I was able to make 2 jar openers, both of those sold, 2 tissue pouches, both of those sold. I made 2 key fobs from the scraps and put those in my freebie bin. Both of those were taken, and then no wine bag. So of the free fabric that I got, I was able to sell $24, and that was 100% successful as well. So both this fabric and this fabric were the 2 most successful patterns. The total shop had a 73% success rate. So, and in total, I spent $35.50, and it sold $232 worth of product. So in total, it was definitely worth all of the fabric that I bought, 100%. Some more numbers for you. So jar openers total, I made 60 of them, 27 of them sold. So that means that 46% of the ones that I made sold. There are 33 left. The tissue pouches, I made 50, 27 of them sold. That's a 54% success rate. 23 of them are left. Of the key fobs, I made 35, 28 of them sold, so that's 80%, there's only 7 left. And of the wine bags, I made 15, and 12 of them sold, so that's 80% left. Of the 160 items that I made, 94 of them sold, so I was able to sell 59% of the items that I worked so hard to get done before this show. I have 66 items left. Of the total sales of the show, I sold 166 items. 94 of them were Harry Potter related or from this haul, so it was 57% of the show. For each one, the jar openers, in total I sold 74 jar openers. 47 of them were not Harry Potter and 27 were, so 36% of the jar openers sold on that day were Harry Potter. For the tissue pouches, 39 of them sold, 27 were Harry Potter, 12 were not, so that's 69% were Harry Potter related. Of the key fobs, 31 sold, 28 of them were Harry Potter, 3 of them were not, that's 90%. And then of the wine bags, 18 of them sold, 12 of them were Harry Potter, and 6 of them were not Harry Potter, so that's 67%. So that is all my crazy math. Like I said, the majority of these prints are not even like super Harry Potter related. Like, let me do a quick separation here. So like these guys over here. Okay, so of the actually Harry Potter patterns, we have this stack of jar openers. So that's what, maybe 30 jar openers. We have 3, if I can do math, 2, 4, 6 key fobs, 1 wine bag, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 tissue pouches. So if these don't sell this weekend, they will be for my freebie bin, which is so helpful because that bin is so low. I gave out so much stuff this weekend. My subscriber count went up by so much. It was awesome. The show, oh my gosh, it was so hot. I worked so hard to get all these products done and to get my robes done before I left for Virginia, and I didn't even end up wearing my robes. I had them on display in my shop, in my like booth, but no one said anything, but it's okay. I will wear them again some other time. I have the video linked down below where I did like a show and tell of the robe reveal. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. I will be doing a full reveal of the show, the pros and cons, sales numbers, the total thing. I just wanted to give you guys a specific Harry Potter breakdown. I love numbers like this, and so I thought you would love the numbers as well. Let me know what you thought of this video. I know I have been previously asked, like, do you keep track of which patterns sell? Typically I don't. Like, with how many patterns I have, even if I just did it for jar openers, it would be so overwhelming. So I just keep like a mental note of what kinds of patterns sell better, which it's dogs and cats. So I thought you guys would enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I will be bringing you the review video of the show once I figure out how to eloquently say what happened, because there's lots of tea of what happened. But don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the video when it comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.